Okay, how you doing, YouTubers? I am going to give you a little demonstration on how to use predator calls. Basically, I have two types. I've got a closed reed and an open reed. It's got the reed on the outside. This has got the reed inside that hole. There's I'm not a pro, but with this one, there's only a couple things you can do. Basically, you're just blowing into it, and you can use your fingers on the end and go like this and make it sound like this rabbit's fighting for his life and getting flopped around and whatever, trying to get away. And you can blow in it and flutter your tongue. Remember when you were a kid playing the machine gun, going brrr? You're going brrr. And that's kind of some of the squirrel distress and bird distress sounds are like that. And you remember, they don't have great big lungs, so they're not going to go. You got to take short bursts. And if you don't flutter your tongue, you're doing more of a cottontail or a jackrabbit sound, or if it's even deeper, you can do a fawn distress. But there's all different types of reeds you can get in here. And like a cottontail, I'm not sure if this is a cottontail reed or a jackrabbit, but they're about the same. It's so that's how you blow the closed reed. Now the open reed, you're going to use your tooth or your lip and press down on the reed. And the farther out on the reed you're pressing, the higher pitch it's going to be. So there's the scale, I guess you could call it. But you can bark. I'm inside my shop, so it's not sounding quite right. Plus, this is kind of a higher pitched one, so that really didn't sound like a coyote barking. This in here's an open reed made out of a cow horn, and it's more deep, but I couldn't get it to sound quite right. It's still, I don't think that sounds right. Oh. Here's another open reed made on, I forget what kind of plastic that is, but it's a pretty call. See, I can't do the howl, but I can do the barks with it. I think that's just a little too deep for a coyote. It sounds more like a wolf. Now, if you're going to howl, there's basically two different types of howls. Lonesome howl, which is going to be real long, and a threat howl, which will get chopped off real quick. Now, here's a lonesome howl. And they're just actually looking for someone, you know, a member of their pack or whatever. Now, I use my lip mostly, and I start blowing and I come out on the call to get it to go up, and then I just kind of reduce the amount of air, and you can hear it kind of drifting off. Now a threat howl, see how it kind of chops off at the end? They're saying, get the heck out of here, or you're going to get your butt kicked. This is a little high pitched compared to some of the good ones I've got. I got a whole box calls here. Here's another one just like that one. Actually, it's a little bit different. A lot of times that howling this time of year, since they're pairing up, they're going to come in and try to run you off because they're pairing up for breeding, and they don't want another coyote in their area. So howling right now is actually a good way to call in a coyote. It's early March. They've probably been paired up, and if you get out there and start howling, they're going to come in and try to run you off out of their territory because they don't want you getting their rabbits and their food. Plus, you know, once they have pups, they don't want you in there to kill their pups. Pup, you can do a yelp with these calls. I'm just kind of going and just moving out on the call a little bit. So that's how you do the, that's kind of like a pup in distress. This was made by R&R Calls. It's on a cow horn. It's real pretty. I haven't been doing much calling in a long time, so I'm kind of rusty. You can also do rabbit distress. That one's a little deep. The one I just put away would be better for a rabbit distress. The thing about the open breed is you can make it probably even do a fawn distress. A little high pitched, but you're pretty limited with the mouth, the closed reed. That sounds a little bit more like a fawn distress. So you got some instruction there from an amateur. Hope it helps you. Have fun and try to call some of those coyotes in, thin them out. They're really tearing up the deer herd. Thanks for watching.